What's going on? Today we're cooking whole chicken on the pit barrel. These chickens turned out unbelievable and it was insanely simple. Let me show you. What I got here is I got a nice little 5 pound whole chicken from my local Meijer. Nothing special today. We're just no brine. We're just gonna get this thing unwrapped, do a quick prep, and get this bad boy on. Whenever I'm doing a whole chicken, a whole turkey, I prefer doing a spatchcock. So all that is really just cutting out the backbone. So get yourself a set of kitchen shears, find the backbone, and just cut it out. The two main reasons why I like doing the spatchcock is one, I feel like it cooks much more evenly. I've always experienced the thighs and the breast finishing relatively at the same time. Two, it cooks faster. You don't have to deal with this big cavity in the middle, and I feel like the smoke just flows better over a flatter surface. I just like cutting off any loose pieces, loose ends that are gonna burn up anyways in the cook. Just making it look pretty. Alright, so now we're ready to season. But before we season, I'm gonna put a nice little layer of duck fat on here. You can use any kind of oil. I'm using duck fat. It's gonna help crisp up the skin a little bit, and it's gonna help the season stick. You guys know I love that pepper, so we're layering a nice layer of pepper on there first. I'm gonna follow it up with a nice little layer of honey killer bee by Cosmo. Feel free to use whatever rub you love. All right, we're ready to start smoking. I'm just putting a meat thermometer here in the middle of the breast. Let's go get that barrel fired up. For today's cook, I am using B&B briquettes. This is the oak and hickory mix. It's a phenomenal mix. It's a nice bold flavor. Smells amazing. I am loading up just one side of the basket today. I'm going to take out a few of these briquettes, load them up in the chimney for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to layer on some mesquite. I'm using mesquite today because this chicken's not going to take a long time to cook, and I want to get a nice smoked flavor on there. So I'm going to load this thing up with mesquite, and with that combination of the mesquite and the oak and hickory charcoal, we should be able to get a nice smoked flavor on there. So if you're not familiar with the barrel is a set it and forget it kind of cooker. The charcoal is slowly going to ignite and the temperature is slowly going to rise. We're going to be starting probably around 150 degrees, and towards the end of this cook, around 3 hours, it's going to be close to 400 degrees. We're just about 2 hours into this cook. The chicken is probing about 135 degrees in the breast. I'm just warming up some Caribbean jerk sauce here. I'm going to put a nice layer on top of the chicken. This is just going to add some phenomenal flavor to your chicken. Highly recommend. Okay, so since we had the lid open for so long, this is going to spike the barrel temperature significantly. So we should be finishing this chicken off in no time. If you don't have a meat thermometer, I highly recommend using one with the barrel just so you don't have to open the lid, because it really does change the cook if you just keep opening up the lid and checking. So highly recommend a meat thermometer. I just saw the breast hit about 160 degrees internal. I just probed the thighs. They're probing about 180 degrees. So I'm taking the chicken off. Gonna let it rest for about 20-30 minutes and cut into it. I'm making pulled chicken, and I was kind of cutting all over the place here, but you can see as I'm pulling it apart, everything was cooked perfectly. Nothing was dry. Everything was super tender. This chicken tastes absolutely amazing. The hint of mesquite, a little hint of Caribbean, the Caribbean jerk sauce. Man, it turned out phenomenal. My dog Ollie did get to try it. He almost choked on a bone, but he's all good. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing, liking, and we'll see you in the next video.